We're glad you're with us. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. Topping your news tonight, a controversy surrounding the future of the Westervelt Warner Museum in Tuscaloosa. Some big changes could be on the way for the museum. The details are in tonight's top story. Now, according to Westervelt Warner Museum Executive Director Dr. Susan Austin Warner, 84 pieces of artwork have been sold by the Westervelt Company. Warner told WVUA the museum originally held around 700 pieces of artwork collected by Jack Warner. Susan Warner says the museum is set for termination in less than 60 days. She says the collection is a part of Jack Warner's legacy, and that's what makes selling the pieces especially difficult.
Jack Warner, my husband, has just been really so disappointed and somewhat devastated that, you know, the collection that he's worked on for 50 years that tells the story not only of what made America great, but what made his company great.
Now, Warner says while the current museum location is closing, they're searching for another place in the North River area to house the remaining artwork.
It's a very powerful painting, right?
Just when the storms seem to be over and people across West Alabama are focusing on cleanup, more storms may be headed our way. For the latest now on what you can expect, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Hey Lynn, good Monday afternoon to you. Right now, no severe weather issues across our state, but it is warm and muggy outside. 83 degrees in Tuscaloosa, 85 down in Marengo County, Demopolis. We have 70s for Coleman, one of the cooler spots. Still very warm right now. But what about the severe weather issues? We'll start with tomorrow and then go into Wednesday. Two different severe weather events possible. Now, tomorrow we're talking at least a smaller threat of severe weather, but large hail damaging winds, a stray tornado or two possible across the northwestern half of Alabama. We're talking between 9 o'clock in the morning and 8 p.m. tomorrow across the central Alabama counties 1 to 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. What about Wednesday? Now, Wednesday has the chance of being a significant severe weather event across our state. The highest chance of severe weather happens west of Birmingham and Centerville and Marion. We're talking several tornadoes possible, damaging winds, large hail between noon and 8 p.m. As we go towards 3 and 10 o'clock Wednesday evening, that event moves over in East Alabama. Slightly lower chance over eastern parts of the state. But what about the rest of the forecast? Once we get out of the severe weather setup, what about the rest of the week? Home team weather is coming up.
All right, thank you, Richard. The cleanup continues after powerful storms raked across the Midwest on Friday. Storms ripped through St. Louis, leaving behind devastation. Many houses were leveled. The Lambert-St. Louis Airport lost power, had windows blown out. One terminal was severely damaged. Forecasters say more bad weather will be moving through parts of the Midwest and South this week, and storms could be strong enough to produce more tornadoes.
Firefighters battle the flames when a fire breaks out. Now they are battling each other to be the best. The Firefighter Combat Challenge is considered to be the toughest 2 minutes in sports. You can catch all the action this weekend in Tuscaloosa. The challenge simulates the skills it takes to be a firefighter. Tuscaloosa has had teams represent the Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue Service in several competitions. The FCC is sponsored by the City of Tuscaloosa and the Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission. The Firefighter Combat Challenge is set for April 30th through May 1st at the Downtown City Fest lot. For information, go to our website, WVUA-TV.com. Click numbers and links.
Antoine Dodson, the man known for a TV interview in Huntsville that became an internet sensation, is grabbing headlines again. This time, he was arrested. On Sunday, Dodson was arrested on charges of marijuana possession and 4 other minor charges after he was pulled over for a traffic violation. Dodson became a reality sensation last year after he gave an interview about a break-in at his sister's apartment. The Bed Intruder song he starred in went viral. Dodson had some pretty strong words after court.
I don't deserve to be here. I never got in trouble for nothing in my life. I got pulled over in my Benz, Mercedes E-Class, one tell that.
July 19th is the court date for Antoine Dodson. No word yet if Dodson will release a new song about this latest incident. And now an update on the search for a missing Tennessee nursing student. Searchers say they found an item they think belongs to Holly Bobo, but investigators aren't saying what it is. Investigators say 20-year-old Bobo was last seen being led away from her home April 13th by a man wearing camouflage. A Tennessee Bureau of Investigation spokeswoman said today it is unlikely the item found in the hunt for Bobo will be described publicly. Investigators say they're pretty sure the item found belongs to Bobo, but it's not certain it will help. An $80,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest and a conviction. The face of farming is changing in Alabama. Dairy farms are becoming a thing of the past. In 1997, there were 157 commercial dairies in the state. Now there are just 65. According to the Alabama Farmers Federation, the reason behind the decline is a combination of high feed prices and low milk prices. They say these things are pushing farmers out of business.
The U.S. Supreme Court says they're staying out of the health care debate for now. Today, the justices refused a request from Virginia to decide if the federal health care reform law is constitutional. Federal appeals courts have not yet ruled on the issue. At issue, whether the law can require most Americans to buy health insurance by 2014 or face financial penalties. Now the legislation will continue in federal appeals courts.
Now the latest on the disaster in Japan. According to the U.S. Geological Service, Japan was hit by a 5.1 earthquake near the eastern coast. 6 weeks after the deadly earthquake and tsunami, some 12,000 people are still missing. More than 14,000 have been confirmed dead. Japanese troops are beginning yet another search for victims. Nearly 25,000 Japanese troops, assisted by police, Coast Guard, and U.S. troops, are searching the disaster zone along the Pacific coast and other hard-hit regions.
Easter celebrations continue today at the White House, and it brought with it a new job for President Obama. Maybe not the job you would imagine for him. What is that? Easter egg roll referee. He's probably qualified, at least for that. He oversaw the annual White House tradition on the South Lawn today. Children 12 and younger were invited to participate. The year's theme, Get Up and Go. It promotes the First Lady's campaign to combat childhood obesity. A new battle is brewing over the end of the world.
That's right. One religious group in California says the rapture will happen next month. Now, the group posted a billboard in Oakland, California, spreading the news that Judgment Day will begin on May 21st. But an atheist group is responding with its own billboard, calling the prediction nonsense. Now, officials with the atheist group say they plan to hold rapture parties in cities across the country.